In building a building, there are many questions that come up prior to beginning construction. We want to be asking and answering as many questions as we can. If we ask these questions and get them answered and get them implemented into the plans, then while we're building, the construction phase becomes much easier. We don't have a woulda, coulda, shoulda. We have the questions implemented and we have a process that can run smoothly. Thus, we have a minimum amount of change orders and ultimately a happy client. The first thing we like to do when we meet our client is meet with him out on his site. And as we meet with him on his site, we like to listen to him and his hopes and dreams of what he's trying to accomplish here. So we can envision that conceptually in our own minds and develop a program and plan to get us accomplished successfully. Our next step is we'd like to invite our client to our office, introduce him to an architect, and start getting these ideas, thoughts, and concepts down on paper. As we get them on paper, we can cost different options and methods and ideas of how this can be accomplished so we can still fit within his budget.
Instead of having this adversarial relationship between the contractor and the architect, where the contractor is always saying the architect missed this and the architect's always saying the contractor didn't do this right, and we form a relationship where we partner and we make all those choices together.
We have a chance to resolve any issues before we actually even start construction.
And we solve the problems before we build it. It's much easier to solve the problems on paper than to solve it in the field when steel's going up.
Working on a project from the beginning as a team saves everybody time and energy.
We have a lot of eyes look at it, and everybody is able to contribute.
John offered in this design-build concept was a lot more control.
We had total control of our project.
Once we have a concept that works, which we feel can be successful in terms of leasing, lease rates, return on investment, aesthetics, and it matches the desire of the client, we run numbers on this, and then we meet with the lender and the real estate broker to make sure it can be accomplished.
We get Bonneville involved early on to make sure the project's feasible before it gets started.
Bonneville Builders actually provides a full pro forma analysis that shows them, okay, this is what you need to budget for your land cost, these are your construction financing costs, on down the line.
We'll get in right up front so that we understand the business, we understand the building, and we understand the borrower.
We also look for their input and any modifications needed so that we can get the best loan and achieve the best leasability scenario possible. We recognize that it's a team effort and everybody has input. And by the time we are completed with the design, we should have everybody's ideas in a complete package, and rather than wondering if something is in there, we know it's in there. Then we can go ahead and submit the plans to the city and move forward in construction. If this process is done right and everyone is included and the due diligence period is taken seriously, we feel that change orders can be minimized, that costs can be held, the time frames can be met, and we can deliver the product in the end that was conceived in the beginning.
Bonneville's been very good about being up front and answering the difficult questions honestly, even if it means a decision not to move forward on a project.
They're as honest as anybody I've ever dealt with.
The nice thing about working with Bonneville Builders is that when they say they're ready, they're ready.
They perform on the things that they say they're going to do.
There was never an issue of the contractor not being able to pay his people or meet his obligations.
I know I can trust them, I know my clients can trust them.
We're very proud of that building, and we're proud to tell people who did it. It can't get better than what we went through.
At the end of the day, we want our clients to say, I had a great experience. I got the building I wanted, in the time frame I wanted, in the budget I wanted, and I would do this again.